Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. Keep in mind that I care about people until the point that their flesh dies and they go to hell if they're going to go to hell. I care about them to some degree according to what is fair and just and right. I actually cried over the video that I saw about that little girl when that person was saying, these Palestinians, that man was saying that he wanted them to have mercy on him. He said something like, "For the love of God, why don't you have mercy on us?" However, justice must come before emotion. It must come before compassion. True compassion puts justice first. I made over 16,000 videos or so, I don't know the number, but it's up there somewhere, reaching out to people. If I'm not mistaken, every last one of them was uploaded by me. And quite often in the middle of nowhere, something taking forever to upload. I remember I've uploaded hundreds of videos, if I'm not mistaken, in the wee hours of the morning, taking 2, 3, 4 times longer than it's supposed to take because I live in unincorporated Morgan Hill and the government is playing a reception game, a service spot game, to make a long story short. Last night and the night before, they did something foul. Before I explain it to you, let me help you understand something. Everyone right now knows that there's people who are playing games with mental health. Okay? On both sides of the spectrum, straight people and gay people alike. They're playing stupid games where they set people up to go crazy or to seem crazy, and they snicker perhaps while these people get taken to the psych ward because they won't conform to one culture or another. Okay? There are gay people who wouldn't hesitate to say that somebody is gay, knowing better, to try to play them out. And there's gay people who wouldn't hesitate to not care whether they're gay or not, to try to play them out by saying that they're gay. There are thousands of people who are either targeted individuals who have reported on technologies of harassment in recent years, in the last 15 years we'll say, and other people who have reported on the patents, and people who claim that they used to be part of the Gangstalking kind of apparatus, community, Gangstalking people, who have said that, yes, this stuff is real. There's the Havana syndrome where hundreds of people and dozens, if not hundreds of government personnel were targeted with technologies that are best described as covert technologies for the purpose of causing brain damage. Artificial intelligence and brain hacking is way up there. Hundreds of billions of dollars have been put or pledged to artificial intelligence projects in recent years. And obviously the government, has been acting in a way that's very irresponsible. Look at politicians very closely. They're behaving in a way that's very irresponsible. If they revise history in the future, people right now know that every politician you can think of is behaving in a way that's irresponsible. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but let me just use examples. Hakeem Jeffries says some things that I agree with. But he has red on his lips in the videos that I get. Very, very red. It's like he's wearing red lipstick. And this is a common thing. Many, many people do. It wasn't like that 15 years ago, 20 years ago. It wasn't like that. This is something that an irresponsible governing class decided to do. Donald Trump quite often is portrayed as making weird faces. He makes weird faces. He acts in a very arrogant way. There's some things he says that I agree with. But overall, I tend to disagree with him. The point is that people are very immature these days. And so when I tell you the truth about this, and I tell you the truth about everything, in this last 7 years I put a very special emphasis on going way out of my way to try to make every single detail as correct as I can have it be. Okay? Keep in mind that there is an immature governing class abusing people. They snicker like Epstein. They act shady like Weinstein. They act like very immature Mad TV people. Some are nerds. Some are arrogant guys in social clubs. Some are psychopaths. Some are probably rich former CIA, former military. These kind of shady government types behind the scenes. And they get together in their fancy clubs, the Club of Rome, Freemasons, whatever groups they're in, corporate partnerships, transnational corporations, conglomerates, you name it. Various groups and entities. And they come up with outrageous things. Outrageous. worse than Disney pedophile rings, so to speak, worse than human trafficking, which is outrageous mass murder, mass rape stuff. So if you put it if you believe them and not me, then you're an idiot. If you put it past them, then you're an idiot. In the last 3 days or so, especially the last night and the night before, they made it so that they induced dreams. They caused me to have dreams that have homosexual connotations. The one last time, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. It was it was last night or the night before, I was having sex with some female in my dream. And some gay guy in the dream starts, making noises, weighing in and acting very immature. In the one before that, they caused me to have a dream that had something to do with homosexual sex. And you can imagine I've been arguing with them about them trying to make me seem gay in my videos, changing my voice, what have you. And they want you to believe that I'm schizophrenic or something, or schizoaffective. Fucking retarded. Who do you believe? You think I don't know that when I say this as immature bitches, we're going to act like I'm magically, secretly fucking something I would never be, which is gay? But it's the truth. And it's a key missing component. Part of the reason why my videos are so angry and the videos I've uploaded recently is because these people affiliate with the military and they associate with the military. So a lot of my videos were aimed at the military. And they've harassed me in ways that are unfucking believable. They have technologies where they can rub your body remotely, so to speak, in terms of, not in terms of their hand stretching out magically or something. No, that can't be done, right? It's in terms of some kind of sensation that you have, a feeling that you have. They use nanoparticles to sexually assault people remotely. And I've heard other people make this argument as well. This is something that by now probably several hundred targeted individuals or so have claimed. Went from being nobody saying this whatsoever to all of a sudden hundreds and thousands of people saying these things. You'd be an idiot to not know that it's true. Why would they lie? In the absence of them having a logical reason to lie, why wouldn't you believe it? And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. They've remotely sexually assaulted me and so on and so forth. However, you put God first no matter what. You think being married to one of these dogs so you don't get remotely harassed is better? You think that willingly prostituting yourself to the enemy so that you don't get fucking abused once in a while, okay, is superior? That's stupid. Some of these teachers having sex with children because they're told to, that's stupid. Having their brain hacked, you think that going along with it, okay, like the over 1 million Americans who died during the coronavirus pandemic is magically superior. I lived through it. They died. I was manning up. They were groveling and were killed. No offense to anybody, but this is the reality. Those people were killed if they were thinking straight. They would know that this should be said. Their flesh is dead and gone, and wherever they're going is wherever they're going. And I'm not going to weigh in on that in this video, because I want to keep you focused on what I'm talking about. But you still have a chance to make a decision. Are you going to grovel like a fucking dog and say, well, I don't want to be targeted like a bitch? Can you imagine if Christianity, for example, taught you to be a bitch instead of carry your cross? Who among you would have respected? Now, granted, the churches have failed miserably. It's a story for another day, but let's focus on the topic at hand here. If you were a very serious holy man and gays are harassing you and remotely sexually assaulting you and covertly harassing you, and you've had to kind of avoid saying, because you know people are immature, and you kind of try to explain it without getting too into detail like that because people try to pretend you're crazy, would you not be angry? Would you not be mad at the population that is too immature to be honest about these things? To be mature. Now, everywhere in this country I'd be treated unfairly, but in California has a particularly high percentage of LGBT people, and I don't plan to leave here and I don't plan to stay here. I plan to be screened out as a man and like a man for what's right. Not like some fucking punk who would pretend that the top martial artist is magically, in denial about being fucking gay or something. I'm not gay. Period. But as a man, not some mocker, not some Mad TV scoffer mocker bitch, but like and as a man. It's very sad that people play dumb about things. Now, Jeffrey says some things are extremely important. But the governing class wants him to wear red on his fucking lips, and for whatever reason he agreed. That's the kind of society we live in. Blackface mockery and coercion. You think that countless black people and people of color don't have their head down? Countless white people, Jews, LGBT, you think that they're not sad right now, feeling like Eeyore from fucking Winnie the Pooh? And why? Because that spirit of blackface mockery is pushing them around, is raping their families, is coercing them into marriages, is trafficking people, on and on and on and on and on and on, gassing, fuming. Technologies of control. Look at your government carefully. Ask yourself, are they the type of bitches who would use technologies of control remotely and act like, it's a Vietnam psyop or something? What was that called? The Phoenix program, where they went around raping Vietnamese people and killing them with fucking impunity, torturing them. Guantanamo Bay, Abu Ghraib, a long history of Western torture. And it's not just the West. Every country in the world is doing, as far as I could tell. You put it past them to abuse technologies of remote harassment? These fucking worms? These corrupt devils? These people are abusing you every moment of every fucking day, whether you appreciate it or not. They can cause your family member to not only have dreams, but they can influence, especially if they don't have their guard up like I do, they can influence them to date people they otherwise wouldn't. Think about it. Are you better off being raped once or tricked into marrying somebody you've been married to for years and years and years, giving up the pussy day in and day out? What do you think's better? You face your opponent like a man, like a woman if you're a female? Or you get stabbed in the fucking back like a dog while you're groveling and pretending they're magically on your side? You tell those fucking worms that you are a man if you're a man and a woman if you're a woman, and you will not be their fucking bitch. You face your opponent with dignity and truth, or you die a worm. That is the choice before you all.